Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be across this beautiful blue green globe of ours. Welcome to Real News Live. This is a Tell the Truth Wednesday. I got to change that. I got to change it. Tell the Truth Wednesday. Wednesday. Uh, Tell the Truth Wednesday. I'm your host, Mike Barrett in Las Vegas, Nevada, joined as I always am by my co host on Mondays and Wednesdays, the lovely lady with the lustrous hair from Hayden, Idaho, Jennifer Falah. Jen, how are you on this wonderful Wednesday?
Good, doing good. Just
I'm
looking
doing
for the
good
link to
too.
share.
What's that, hun?
Looking for the link to share.
Yeah, yeah, that's the thing. Tell the Truth Wednesday. There's a big Jen on my Tell the Truth Wednesday preview. There we go.
I
I'm
hope it's a
gonna
good picture.
copy that. It is a good picture. It's your picture from the update. Let me get in there and share the link on Telegram, and everybody else should be slowly but surely getting
I'll just share it from
notification.
you then.
Okay, I just popped it. All right. While we're waiting for everybody to get notifications and come on in, a lot of people coming in saying hi. Julie Connolly's here. Frederica's here. Guys, just want to let you know we're not going to have a whole lot of time for questions today. Jen has a reading right at the top of the hour, so we're going to try to whip through what we got, take a few questions, and then we're off and running. So I'm going to do the advertising stuff. Just please do not forget that you can always like and subscribe and go to where is it? MikeBarrett.blogspot.com and pick up the latest news on all the stuff that I'm doing, appearances I'm making. I got an appearance coming up in a week, and pick up all the shows. I got to get Toxically Masculine Tuesday up there and today's show. They all link through to the Rumble channel, Real News Life with Mike and Jen. We have 5,410 followers. Jen, we're picking up. We're getting close to 5,500. Things are starting to pick up for us. You can get all the shows there on Real News Live with Mike and Jen. Follow us there. And you can also, it's really cool, one of the things you can do is you can go on in and you can hit the subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner there. Just hit where it says subscribe. And for a mere $5 a month, you can contribute to the show and keep us all happy. So that's what's going on with that. Also, please do not forget to visit our wonderful sponsors, the CBD Gurus, over at thecbdgurus.com. Slap on the wholesale tab, slide down to Mike B Wholesale, type in the discount code ALIEN, tell them you're 21 years old, and pick up all of this week's special from Matt and Lucas over at the CBD Gurus. The sleep gummies, the skin cream, the immunity booster, the pet oil, all really, really good stuff. Also, please don't forget to visit our other wonderful sponsors, the folks over at MikeBarrettPets.com, the Mushroom Ladies, where you can pick up all kinds of really super cool mushroom-based supplements for the health of your pets and, in fact, for yourself. If you slide on into where it says Shop Now, you've got products for dogs, cats, humans. Chill Doggies is a new one. Mush Ponies for the horses. The Enforce line of supplements, mushroom-based supplements for human consumption. They work wonders. Send an email to Diana at mikebarrettpets@gmail.com. She will fill you in on her own personal experience using these mushroom-based supplements, which saved her from a very serious illness. The same with Kristen's, also had a very serious illness that was, I can't use the C word, but fixed using these supplements. That's why they sell them. They're very dedicated. We call them the Mushroom Ladies. We love them to death. Get on over there to MikeBarrettPets.com. Also, please do not forget the newest people that are signed up with us, the LifeWave folks. Michael Jaco, I had him on last week. You can check out that video on MikeBarrett.blogspot.com. Taking the X39 patches. I have had 3 friends absolutely tell me that these things are amazing. They've gotten amazing results with them. The link is in the description for lifewave.com/MikeBarrett. If you want to get involved, you can either sell them yourself or you can just pick them up and try them for 4, 5, 6 months. And everybody swears you absolutely will get amazing, amazing results. A couple other things real quick before we go to Jen. I want to remind everybody next week I'm at the Los Angeles Alien Event / Biomed Expo. I'm going to be on there with Brad Olson and a bunch of other cool people. David Hunter Childress from Ancient Aliens is going to be there talking about giant granite balls. So, excuse me. That'll be a great event. Please go to alienevent.com. I made myself sick there. Alienevent.com to pick up tickets and attend the event. It's at the Los Angeles Sonesta Hotel at the LAX airport. And please also do not forget that we are coming up on May and June. We're having the Disclosure Experience events coming up in Sholo, Arizona. I'm going to be there a couple of weekends. I'm going to have Laura Eisenhower is going to be on at 2 p.m. today. We're going to be doing an hour or so with Laura, talking about what you can expect the first weekend, May 2nd through the 4th. I'm there with Laura, John D'Souza, Tom Reed. That'll be a great weekend. And then a little bit later on in June 6th through the 8th, I'll be there with my buddy, Dr. Brooks Agnew, JJ Ainsworth, talking about megaliths, and Marina Sarin talking about secret space program. So get signed up for both of those. Tickets are now available for the 1028 Productions company for any weekend you want. They're a little pricey, but they actually have a payment plan if you want to do that. And come on out. You get to spend the entire weekend with us. We do not go away. We do not hide. We give you our presentations. We sit around. We talk. 20 people per weekend only. It'll be a great, awesome experience. Jen, why don't you tell us what's going on over at jenniferfalaw.com?
Right now, you can go to jenniferfalaw.com if you'd like to book a private reading or get a healing. I have the interdimensional meditation and psychic development video classes on sale right now. You purchase them. I send them to you. You own them. You go at your own pace. They are more than half off right now for the rest of the week, so you can get them. Just purchase there. Email me after. If you're looking for Susan Gretz, if you've lost an item or you want some kind of wonderful reading that she does that I don't do, and there's lots of them, or mediumship. If you want a really good mediumship reading, you want to go to Susan. She's who I go to. You can reach her there. Email her after purchase. If you have bad guys in your house, things are just off, bad dreams, anxiety, things are going wrong in your life, contact Marcy Howe. Purchase a house cleanse, personal cleanse for you and your family. Email her after purchase. Go to jenniferfalaw.com today. Also, we want to go to patchworkpup.com. We've got Gentel merchandise. I Exist in the Name of God. T-shirts, sweatshirts. You can get them embroidered or screen print. Please click on. If you click on it, if it says embroidered, click on it. It says screen print. The price will change. You can choose your colors, your sizes, everything else. She is doing wonderful work over there, and we're trying to save the lady's house. So get on over to patchworkpup.com/philosophy and get your merch today.
All right. There you go. That's
awesome. My goodness, Carissa.
What
a good idea.
Carissa come up with a good idea?
She's talking about donating some funds to purchase those T-shirts to give away.
That's a great idea.
I didn't even think about that.
Let's have giveaways.
That would be cool.
That will be really cool. That will be really cool. Okay, let's slide over to this. I don't want this to feel rushed, but it's kind of rushed. A little more information about Disclosure Experience. Tune in today, 2 p.m. with me and Laura. It's going to be loads of fun. I'm looking for the chat. There's the chat. What am I doing here? I'm looking for news update, and I want to turn that chat off. Oh, did you like? Yeah, I made myself cough. Yeah. Oh, there's balls everywhere. I can't wait for David to talk about balls. There's balls on the beaches. There's balls on the mountains. There's these giant granite balls everywhere. That's what David does. It's hilarious. I'm going to be doing my impersonation of David on the panel with David next weekend. So be there at the Alien event.
That'll go well.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it's funny because his wife loves it and he hates it. So, yeah. Hey, you got the wife on your side. You're good. All right. News update. There is no news, none whatsoever. Sources that have been talking to me have gone completely radio silent. Um, Everything was supposed to have been done already. It did not occur last night when it was theorized to occur. Everybody else is telling you, well, we're right on top of this. Everything's done. Everything may be done, but nothing has happened that I can track in a tangible way. I do have a few people that have had bond exchanges and currency exchanges. One contact got paid for bonds and currency. Another contact got paid for the bonds, but the currency is just sitting in his bank account. It's not spendable yet. His bond money is spendable. These are, I believe, tier 3 people, and I've told you this a couple times before. I did get the rates on dinar and dong. They only exchanged dinar and dong. The reason for that is, as I've told you in previous shows, dinar and the dong are the only two currencies worldwide, besides the US dollar and all the standard ones, the only two of the currencies in the baskets that are 100% SWIFT, Basel III, and Basel IV compliant right now. The ZIM may also be included in that, but it is not a currency. It is a bearer bond. So it's that's kind of where we're at. I do not know why we haven't had an update. I do believe people are excited for this weekend, and they're still excited for today. However, there is seemingly a lot of stagnation. The information flow from my people I've been talking to has completely stopped. So, Jen, I know you've had some Gentel confirms and some things have come up. Do you have any Gentel updates?
I do have new Gentel from yesterday.
There you go. Let's hit it.
All right. New Gentel for 325.25 about Tier 3 progress. Upper levels have paperwork and can see balances. The way he said that was, I assume there are levels to Tier 3. Not aware of that. Liquidity will come one by one per client, I believe, or per level. There's mountains of transactions and paperwork to process, and that is underway. The street rate in Iraq is published in private documents, screens, or places that allow for other tiers to be processed. The public announcement of the street rate in Iraq may be to trigger Tier 5. We may not need it for our tier to go. The speed at which the treasuries of the U.S. and the other countries can process the transactions will determine how quickly 4B notifications appear. Estimate as of yesterday, and from Jesus's Gentel on, 23rd? Yeah. Anytime between now and the weekend. Okay. Imminent. Back in the Gentel, we got, let's see, that they had signed off. The Gentel before that last week, I think, I'm looking where it is that I said talked about budget tables. Budget tables. Anyway, it's in the Gentel somewhere. We're talking about budget tables, talking about some kind of, over here, some kind of private publication. And then we've got Gentel. If you go to Philosophy on Telegram, I had people send me this morning. In Iraq, the Minister of Planning announces the completion of preparation of the 2025 budget tables and sending them to Council of Ministers. This is already done. That's already done. They're just leaking it out to the public. So what I'm getting here is that there may be a possibility that they don't need a public rate to send out notifications for 4B. They may put out the public rate right when they're ready for Tier 5 to kick off, because when Tier 5 kicks off, all these other public rates are going to come out in other countries. Sorry about the lighting. And that may trigger the United States to make an announcement to go to gold, if that affects the dollar and everything else. with everybody else's currency rates higher than ours. Okay. So that is a possibility. But right now, we've had a lot of forward movement. They are finishing up the other tiers, and we're just waiting for our turn. We're going to wait and see if Iraq does actually post a public rate or not, but we may not need it. I do believe that everything that we need is published somewhere for those who need to see it. And that's Gentel for today.
Okay, interesting. Interesting stuff because again, it's exactly what I got. What you got was exactly the same thing, which is that people can see their money and they can't necessarily get to it. In some cases, it is liquid, it is fluid. They have been able to get it, but then that fits in with your, one by one, people's funds are going to be released kind of thing. So we have this, we have sort of a two sides of information coming together. It's just that everything on the news side of things is stalled. Now, I agree with you. It makes sense that it's always kind of bothered me that what some of my contacts are talking about is a public rate on the dinar, because a public rate triggers everybody. And I would have thought they would have wanted a week or two with us kind of under the radar, going in for our exchanges where we get notifications, but tier 5 isn't notified yet. So that there's a new rate on the dinar. I would have thought they would have preferred that, but now it's kind of up in the air. So I guess they're still trying to decide: are they going to go with a public rate and let everybody know that the rate has changed in Iraq, or are they going to do a private thing? It's kind of up in the air, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Either way, we're next.
Yeah. So you on Monday, we were pretty sure we were going to hear this week about our appointments, I believe is the way it was described. So are we still tracking in that direction? Thursday, Friday, we think we're going to hear soon in the next day or two?
Listen, Jesus took me by the shoulders in meditation and said, congratulations, you've made it. Anytime between now and the weekend, you will receive notifications to exchange. I'm going with that.
Okay.
For now.
We are going to go with that. All right. Sorry, my throat. I can't get it cleared up today. Just to remind everybody, questions for Jen must include your real name and the name of the person or pet you are speaking of or to or about. So give us your real name and the person you want to talk to, and we will go from there. So Jen, you want to take some questions?
Sure.
All right, let's go to the question. Sheila is here. She says, good morning. Thank you both so much. I have severe COPD and I've been homebound for over 2 years. I would love to get your help and your angels on when I will be healed from this misery. Well, Jen is pretty good about doing a healing when somebody needs a healing.
Yeah, email me about that. I'll try. You get right into a med bed 1 to 2 months after exchange.
Wow, that's pretty quick.
So pretty quick. Yeah. But let's get started on it. Let's take it to Jesus and see what we can do.
Excuse me. Jen, let's ask this question. Do we have a ballpark, like let's say with all the med beds, we can either make it the United States or worldwide. How many people per day can they treat with these med beds once they're open and active? I mean, a few 100,000, 1 million a day, like 2 million Americans fly, 2 million people fly in America every day. Do we have any kind of ballpark on that?
That's a big question. You want me to look at all the med bed locations around the world and see how
many?
No,
I was just asking, like in the United States, like how many people do we get? Do you think we can get through in a day? A few hundred, a few thousand, a few million?
I'm getting like 1,500.
It's pretty good. 1,500 a day. So, that's pretty good, folks. It's a lot of healing that's been getting put out there. Nikki wants to know if you can give her an uplifting message from her angels about her current situation. And she wants to know if she'll be going
We
to
need to
New
be more
Jersey.
specific with the questions for this kind of setting. But you're making your way, he says, Gabriel says. And there's really no reason to sit idle. Go ahead and make changes now.
Will she be going to New Jersey anytime between April and August?
Yes.
Okay. Nancy says, my friend Valerie's granddaughter Daphne's been diagnosed with a rare eye disease. When will she get into a med bed?
June, July.
June or July. Terrific. Jackie wants to know if her friend James is going to get in, when he'll get into a med bed. A lot of when do I get into a med bed questions today.
James is a little bit later for some reason. If he lives in a populated area. I'm at tail end of summer.
Maybe his illnesses aren't as serious. Like I've got issues, but they're not they're not super serious. So, Lisa says, I see budget tables are done, but have to be approved by the Comm Council of Ministers. Yeah, I think that was a report today out of Iraq. They don't meet again now till the beginning of April. I hope they get it done today or there will be a delay. Well, again, don't pay attention to what they say. Pay attention to what they do. And that's for
there is enough information for us to move forward.
Yeah.
Already there. So as it pertains to us, we have what we need.
Yeah. And that's public too. Don't pay too much attention to the public because that's for the public. Hi, Jen. This is Mirtha. Will our dog Chica be with us through May? She is old and seems to be holding out for my husband. Oh.
Yes.
Chica's going to make it. There you go. Deborah says, Gentel confirmed last week I had my little Yorkie Lexi. Jen said it was a kidney infection. Vet found a low back disc issue. She did a urine test I requested, and she also has a kidney infection.
Thanks for letting us know. Thanks for the update.
Pregland. That's an interesting username. Hello, Jen. This is Paula, and I'm wondering if you can see when my beautiful daughter Hannah will find her new love.
September, October.
Cool. Ann B wonders, will her health situation change for the better anytime soon?
I don't know if you're referring to what you're referring to with that, whether like you get a better house or everything calms down within the home. Change on the horizon in May.
Cool. Change on the horizon in May. Rexy is here. Hey, Mike and Jen. Amy. Oh, it's Amy R. Could you tell me my spirit guide and angels names?
Spirit guide wants to be called Angela. Guardian angel. Sounds like Rutherford or something like that. Call him Ford. It's a male. It's a weird name. I don't know. Angel names. It's like a different language.
Deborah Dyer. Hi, Mike and Jen. Jen, what happens to the souls of aborted babies? Do they come back to be born sometimes, like you said miscarriages sometimes do? It's a deep question.
What I have seen from miscarriages and things that sometimes the soul has repeated attempts to get in. It depends on the soul. It depends on when a soul enters the body, enters the womb. Sometimes they abort a baby early on. There's nobody in there. And then that soul doesn't have the chance to occupy that vehicle. So it really just depends.
So case by case basis.
I was driving on a road when I was almost 5 months pregnant, and I felt it when Faith Marie entered. The soul came into me, and all of a sudden I just was driving, and I was just like, and it was this like joy, like I can't even explain it. And then I went, it's a girl, and her name is Faith. And then like just a week later, I went in for the sonogram, and they said it's a girl. I started crying. I'm like, and her name is Faith. I was like, it was awesome.
In ancient times, they used to call that the quickening, when you could feel.
Really?
Yeah, that's what they used to call it.
That's true. That's right. That happened to me. Yeah. Totally happened.
Wow.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That's Cam Swan, honey, we don't have your name, but I'll ask the question. What does it mean when you are an ascended master on the other side?
That's a new age term that they came up with like a highly evolved teacher. I don't think any of them would call themselves a master because they are a master, you know. If you think you're an ascended master now, you're wrong. Or a master now in anything, you're wrong. There's always more to learn.
Mike, I look forward to reading your book, The Choice, today. Just received it. Thank you both for bringing the. Okay, well, we're bringing whatever we can to this whole thing. Yeah, it's a great book. You should enjoy it. You will find there is a lot more scientific support for new agey stuff and spiritual higher realms and all that. A lot more than it's been done with experiments. Dash Lady, hello, Mike and Jen. I'm involved in the RV, and my husband is not awake at all. Sweetie, you really could use your name. Again, guys, why is this so complicated? Give us your name. Helps. Do you want to try this question, Jen, or? I don't have a name. Dash Lady. I think I might.
I can always ask Jesus or the angels. It's just quicker with the name. Tell me when he wakes up with his reaction and his reaction, please. Well, that's a longer reading, but when you have money in your account, that's going to be a nice big wake up call for him. Then he's going to get mad. Then he's going to get happy. Then he's going to start telling you what to do with it. Pain in the ass.
Remember, if they didn't believe in it, don't let them tell you what to do with it. You do what you want. It's your money.
Those men always want to tell the women what to do with it.
You do what you want. Hi, Mike and Jen. Avid listener for a while. Can you unblock me from your Telegram channels? Ernest Gold, a.k.a. Jody High Roller, been blocked for over a year because I said Phil G was a scammer. Well, you know, Phil may be, but I just, anybody that's been super negative on the vibe, I just really have had a very short fuse. Why don't you send a message to Chris Iverson, or I could, I can get to it, but I don't know when I'm going to get to it.
I don't know which channel you were in. I mean, I don't allow anybody in my channel to defame anybody.
Yeah, to attack people and say shitty things about them. And it's like, you know, I don't 100% support Phil, but it's like, that kind of shit's not necessary.
That is your opinion.
Yeah.
You don't know if that's true.
Yeah.
And you're causing harm to somebody else by saying it in a public setting, and that's not okay. So if you don't want to do that anymore, you can come back in.
Yeah. Talk to Chris and see if he can get you back in. I know Chris has nothing better to do than moderate our chats. This is Rhonda. My friend Joe passed a year and a half ago. Does he have a message for me? So Rhonda's looking for a message from Joe.
Okay, those take a little longer. We might not want to do the mediumship today. Short on time. And Joe and Rhonda. Find him. I see you. I hear you. You were a good friend. I'm so glad you're doing okay.
That's sweet. Carissa, Jen, do you see my current contract going for the rest of the year?
No.
Something better is going to happen. Ray wants to know, will my son Cameron be coming to visit us soon after April 13th?
I don't think so. Something comes up.
Okay. Barbara says someone set off a small explosive soda can device in her neighbor's yard. Was this an act of stupidity or something more serious? Sounds like teenagers.
It wasn't serious. Somebody threw it over the fence.
And it blew.
Yeah, it was young boys, not boys, but teenagers.
Jill once says, will someone ask my daughter Ruby to be his date for the prom, or will she go with her girlfriends? Oof, that's so tough. Will Ruby get asked out on a date to the prom?
She does go with the guy.
She does go with the guy. Good for her. God, I got my prom pictures. You're never gonna fucking see them, but I got them.
I had a blast at the prom.
Did you? Yeah, not me.
I went to the prom with this guy who like plays jazz piano. He's like the coolest guy. Everybody loved him. He's from the year before. Drove a Mach 1, like this black car. And this guy I wanted to go with didn't ask me. And he was like in the frame, he goes, I'll take you, Jen. And then we got there and he knew how to like swing dance. And this whole crowd opened up and he swing danced me. And like he twirled me and I ran right into the guy's date that he wanted to go with because she was going to put out and I wasn't. The guy I wanted to go with. It was just like awesome day. I mean, like it was amazing. That guy was amazing. He ended up dating my friend, but we had
one of those
so
great
much fun.
days. You crashed right into the date that was.
He's like wild hair, like the coolest guy. It was fun.
But because she was going to put out, but I wasn't. I just love that old teenage thing. Paul here. I'm at, using Jen's healing method, but wondering what the core of my lung issues are. I think allergies are making it much worse as well. Any specific allergies?
Paul. You do have some scarring at the bottom of the lungs. Quite a bit. You must have had quite a bad either pneumonia or from COVID. And you do have a little bit of asthma. And so when that, what I'm seeing is that when that gets inflamed or sparks up, that's where you're getting your problem. So fluid's getting trapped down there.
I am not a doctor and I do not give medical advice. However, I think something like HCQ that you can get from somebody like Dr. Brooks Agnew might be a good thing for a person with lung issues. But,
no, you need to, and we can't tell you what to take, but what I'm thinking is we need to reduce the inflammation and get the asthma, the touch of asthma in check, because that's really when that gets inflamed. You got a little scarring, and then we get fluid settling down there. So we want to keep that open so that you can drain it out. Maybe an expectorant, something like that.
Hi, Jen. This is Mindy. The house across the street from us is for sale. Will my husband Jeff and I be able to purchase it? Mindy.
I do think you'll have the opportunity and the means to purchase it. I do think you pass on it, though. I feel like you lift out of that area and decide to go somewhere else.
Awesome. That's even better. Hi, Jen. This is your birthday twin. Well, I don't know who that is, but I don't know the name. But we are predicted to have a hailstorm with 2 inches of hail. Should we worry about our glass greenhouse and protect it somehow, or will it be a nothing?
I just saw like thick bisqueen black plastic. If you put that over it, it should do it. You could get that in a roll at the hardware store. I heard, I can't remember where you are right now, but like, there's been rumors about some big like tornado storm sweeping across Washington. I could see that in the flatlands, and then it was supposed to be here, but today it's like going to be like 72 here when it's normally like 40s, and I don't see anything. So I don't know. I'm seeing black bisqueen thick plastic over it. So do that.
Okay. Let's do a couple of Rumble rants over on the Rumble side of the house. Nikki, that was the uplifting message. $5 Rumble rant. Thank you, Nikki. Yeah. Mirtha with her dog Chica. That was also a $5 Rumble rant. Thank you, Mirtha. Rhonda, $5 Rumble rant. Thank you for that question, Rhonda. That was really nice. Dash Lady, Deb. That was $10. Thank you, Deb.
Thank you.
Pharaoh Q. Farouk. Anyway, Jen. Wow, buddy. who need your name. $10 Rumble rant. We'll see if Jen can get you connected. Would you please advise if you see me moving to Utah or Arizona from Nevada, and when?
Utah.
Utah.
3 months.
Hi, Jen and Mike. Will I $5 Rumble rant? Will I need left shoulder surgery soon? I don't know. I don't know your name. Cookie Cook JC2.
Yeah, you got some something's tucked up under there. Something got like with the soft tissues got messed up there. Surgery or med bed, whichever comes first.
Yeah. Kelly Cook, $10 Rumble rant says my name is Kelly Daniels. My mom, Debbie Cook, passed away March 18th. I'm really sorry to hear that.
It's all right.
Days ago. Wants to know if Debbie has a message for Kelly.
I'm watching.
Nice.
I know what you did for me, or I know what you wrote for me. Mom, what the hell was that? Mom knows what's going on, and I love you both.
Nice. Red, White, and Blonde for $5 says we're awesome. Tiffany says, you said we were moving to Ohio. Do you know when we might move to Ohio? This is Tiffany. Earlier this week, you said we're moving to Ohio. I can just tell you that Jen is really good at when people are moving. Really good.
2.5 months.
2.5 months. Carol, a $5 Rumble rant. Thank you. Will my daughter Pam and I get to start working on our animal rescue by this fall?
No. February.
But what a wonderful thing to do. Wow, we have a lot of Rumble rants today. Lisa Lucy, $10 Rumble rant. My daughters Ashley and Bethany are going to Miami for the weekend. Do you see them having a nice time? Ashley and Bethany in Miami.
Everything goes well. Prepare for rain.
Prepare for rain. Do not prepare for rain if you're coming to Vegas this weekend. It's going to be like 72.
All right, let's rapid fire them because I got to get going.
Okay, Jen, Constance, $5 Rumble rant. I'm supposed to fly to Maryland on the 2nd of May for my daughter's dress fitting. Can I afford to go? And if so, will my ride be safe? Thanks in advance. Constance wants to know if she's going to be able to go on May 2nd to her daughter's dress fitting.
Yep.
Okay. Angela, $5 Rumble rant. We just got our property taxes and they've gone outrageous. Do you see something happening to prevent us from paying them? Oh, okay, like a change in
it's not a problem.
Tax laws. It's not a problem. Connie Anderson, $5 Rumble rant. Do you see my mom Sandy accepting and getting into a med bed? Yeah, this is an issue whether people are going to want to do it or not.
Yes.
Wow. Super Dave, aka Pork Chop, $100 Rumble rant. Dave, you are awesome. He wants to know, Jen, if you have a +1 for the RV party yet.
I do not. I do not have a boyfriend, and I do not have anything like that.
She is single, guys. Jen is single.
Dave's you're a flirt, Dave. I love that.
You are a flirt. Let's do some YouTube questions. That was all of the Rumble rant. Oh, yeah, Mike Young. Remember last week, he said, talk to a guy who's supposed to get in a med bed at Fort Rich, Arkansas this week. I have yet to hear the results. All right, well, keep us posted, Mike. Because if med beds are happening, the RV's happening. So
did we get all the Rumble rants?
Yes, I believe that's all of them. I believe that is unless we got a new one. Oh, Nicole, $5 Rumble rant. Nicole here, my mentally ill daughter, Macy, still hasn't come home for 3 weeks. She talked to us about 2 months ago. Is she okay?
She is in someone's house. I see her. There's a room that they're letting her sleep in. I see her most of the day on the couch in their house, watching TV and talking on the phone or playing on the phone. She's okay.
Okay. Catherine wants to know if her cat Skip is in any pain or has any health issues. Catherine wants to know about Skip the cat.
renal something.
Renal thing?
Starting renal failure. Go to the vet.
Kidney. Okay.
Jesus said renal.
That was pretty quick. Jen, I've been trying for at least a year to make contact with my spirit guide and no results. Am I doing something wrong, or is he or she avoiding me? I don't think they avoid you.
Your
Jen.
spirit guide is with you from birth until death, every moment.
Yeah.
Every moment. They know you better than anyone, even your parents. It's not that they're not communicating with you. It's just a misunderstanding in how that communication comes in. It's going to be your thoughts in your mind. They're going to lead you in the right direction. It's not going to be, hey, hello, I'm your spirit guide, because you probably pass out and die because you're so freaked out that just happened. Yeah. But I can teach you. That's what the psychic development classes, the first 3 videos of that I sell right now, teach you is how subtle things are and how to recognize it. And you're not being left behind by your spirit guide.
Yeah, never think that. Nico Lucky, friend of the show. I'm in the process of retirement, but I feel I may have one more TV show in me coming this fall. My question is, should I retire now or wait until next year?
You really like the one that's coming up in the fall. It's kind of like, I want to do this. So whether you need the money or not, you think you do it?
Do it. Marjo wants to check how the X39 patches are working for me. I have nothing to speak of yet. I don't have any real change. But it's supposed to take, at my age, 5 or 6 months for me to start seeing results. But
What's his first name?
Going to do it every day. Marjo? Banta? This guy?
Keep it up. They are working.
They are working.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well,
I'm going to take another month for you to see some results, to feel it. You're just going to wake up one morning and be like, wait a minute. So I do think they're working for you.
Good. I'll keep taking them. Am I going to have fun in Los Angeles next weekend? Is it going to be fun, or is it going to be a pain in the ass?
Just fun.
Good. I like speaking talkie. You know what, Jen? If you've got a reading, why don't we let you decompress a little bit? I don't see any other really serious questions here. Oh, actually, Sarah, I do have one question. Sarah wants to know, says her teenage son Mason is running track and keeps saying his lungs hurt after running.
He has sports-induced asthma.
Sports-induced.
Get him an inhaler for PE.
There we go. All right, guys. That is going to wrap it up. Jen, any final messages or anything for everybody? You can find Jen, by the way, over at jenniferflaw.com and a philosophy chat on Telegram.
Yeah. And the next show that I will be on, we're gonna do the free reading show again on Sunday night. I enjoyed that. That was fun as heck. So everybody wants to be there, so be there. And I'm not trying to get people to pay to answer my questions. I'll do the best I can. If there's a lot of questions, it's really best if you do a Rumble rant. And if you do a Rumble rant, wait until I start doing the questions. Because you're going to get 1 minute of time of visibility per dollar that you rant. I figured that out. But that was fun. We're going to do it again, and I'm gonna go through it and get as many as I can done. And that's on Philosophy with Jennifer Flaw on Rumble, Sunday night, 4 p.m. Pacific.
All right, we got to get all of our chirons updated. Hit MikeBarrett.blogspot.com to find me. Get over there on Mike Barrett Chat on Telegram, on Instagram, Mike Barrett 333, Twitter X, Mike Barrett 333. Also, I will be back in 3 hours at 2 p.m. with Laura Eisenhower. We're going to be talking about the Disclosure Experience 2025 weekends, which are going to be really, really super cool. I'm going to be there with 3 of my best friends in the business, Laura, John, and Tom Reed, one weekend. Then I'm going to be with Brooks Agnew, JJ Ainsworth, and Marina Sarin in June 6th through the 8th. Should be some great weekends. It's a great experience, and we're going to be talking about that in 2 hours. And then tonight on Whiskey and Wisdom, I will see you there with Mark. We'll relax a little bit. And it looks like I'm going to do another Disclosure Experience show with Doc Skinner tomorrow at like 3 p.m. So all those things are coming up. And don't forget, to tune in for those and join me and watch Jen. Jen, are you doing anything tomorrow? No philosophy tomorrow, just readings all day.
No, next show will be Sunday. I've done 4 in a row now.
All right. And we're just waiting to see things moving forward with that 2-letter thing that we talk about very frequently on the show. We feel very strong about how close that is. All right.
Trust
We
in
will see you
God,
next time.
it's coming.
It's coming. Say it again.
Trust in God, it's coming.
Trust in God. It's coming. Good words. All right. See you guys next time. See you Monday. Bye-bye.